Hey guys, welcome to my another video. In this video, I am going to talk about the corporate appraisal and the procedure of the corporate appraisals and the concept of resources and types of resources. Now I'm going to talk about the definition of corporate appraisal. Corporate appraisal is the systematic evaluation of the company's resources and capabilities inside the internal environment that helps to identify the strengths and weakness, which is useful for the strategic decision making, is known as corporate appraisal. And corporate appraisal inside the corporate appraisal, the organization capabilities includes the human resources and marketing, production and operation, and financial and accounting, as well as research and development. Now let's talk about the process and procedures of the corporate appraisal. First step of the corporate appraisal is the define the vision, mission, goal and objectives of the organizations. Every organization has their own vision, missions and their vision, mission, objectives and their goals. We have to define the vision, mission and objective of the goal is the first steps of corporate appraisal. Second step is to identify the strengths and weakness analysis. According to the strengths and weakness analysis, it is the studying the internal environment. Strengths means its advantage and the benefit of the companies. With the help of strengths we can know the what are the benefits and what are the advantage of the company, and with the weakness analysis or study we can know the limitation and the problems that we are going to minimize. uh, we can find out with the help of the weakness analysis. Now third step is to identification of the unique resources. After completing the strengths and weakness analysis, we have to now identify the unique resources. Unique resources means those resources that are rare, valuable, that cannot be easily copied by the competitors, are unique resources. Now fourth step is to identify the core competencies. Core competency means the advantage over the competitors is known as core competency. Now the company should have to identify its own core competencies. And the last step is to the last step is to locate the strategic advantage. With the help of these core competency, the organization or business gain the competitive advantage. That means the business or organization is getting stronger than the competitors. These are the steps and procedures of the corporate appraisals. Now let's talk about the resources and its types. And the resources are the assets that includes the tangible and intangible assets in the organizations that are helpful or useful for operation and achieving its objectives are known as resources. There are two types of resources. There are uh, intangible and tangible resources. And tangible resources are those resources that can be easily seen, and those are intangible resources. Tangible resources. Tangible resources are physical resources, such as labor, human and finance resources are tangible resources. And intangible resources are those resources that cannot be easily seen, but they are too much useful for the organizations. For example, knowledge, informations, data are the example of the intangible assets. Now let's talk deeply about the types of resources. There are mainly three types of resources. They are available resources, threshold resources and the unique resources. Now let's talk about the available resources. Available resources are those resources that are currently available in the organizations. are known as available resources. For example, physical resources, intellectual resources, human resources, and the financial resources. These are the example of the available resources. Now second, let's talk about the threshold resources. Threshold resources are those resources that are fundamental or essential for the organizations or companies, are known as threshold resources. Even though the threshold resources are not unique and rare, but they are essential for day-to-day operations in the organizations, are known as threshold resources. Now let's talk about the unique resources. Unique resources are those type of resources, they are essential or necessary for building the core competency of an organizations, are known as unique resources. And we can discuss about some of the characteristics of the unique resources. For example, they are valuable, and they are rare, and they cannot be copied by the competitors, which is known as intimate. And the last one is non-substitutable, that cannot be substituted or that can be changed by the other resources. These are the unique resources. Hope you like this video. Next time I will try to explain about the different topic inside this chapter. Thank you.